everyone, I'm Mandy, and this is Method to My Madness. Before I begin, I have two quick announcements. One, I've decided to make this a bi-weekly vlog instead of a weekly one. This will give me more time to research and collect information, which brings me to number 2. If you live with bipolar, OCD, addiction, or any other mental illness, I ask you to please message me with your experience or understanding of your illness. I want to give all disorders I cover the same treatment, but I don't have much to go on for those I don't personally have. And unless you state that you want your information, like your name and your age, included in the video, it'll be anonymous. I know some things are hard to put into words, but I would greatly appreciate anything you can give me. Okay, on to the video. Because I'm trying to collect info about the disorders I don't have, and since I've already covered all the disorders I do have, I'm taking a break from that line of videos. Instead, this week, I'm going to talk about recovery and what it does and doesn't mean, to me at least. Recovery from mental illness is much like recovery from any medical condition. It is a process of healing and getting better. The only difference is most medical conditions that you recover from have a cure, or at least a point where you are no longer in recovery for it. Recovery from mental illness is a lifelong process. There is no cure. There is no point of no longer being ill. Recovery is learning skills to make your life better despite the fact that you are quote-unquote sick. For me, it means living with my disorders rather than living under them. It's taking control of your life back. Before I was in recovery, I would lay in bed hoping and praying that things would get better. Now I do something about it. I don't like a symptom I'm having, I go to the doctor. I don't like how a certain medication makes me feel, I tell them I need to change medications. I stand up for myself. I have this philosophy with all of my chronic illnesses. I used to assume that doctors had to know best because they were doctors, and I should just do whatever they say. Now, while I do value the doctor's opinion, I realize that's all it is, an opinion. They may be an expert, but they're not an expert on me. I also realize that there are certain things I can't do because of my conditions/disorders, just like the other chronic illnesses. My stomach doesn't work like it should, so I have to pay attention to what and how much I eat. I have acid reflux, so it probably isn't a good idea for me to eat really spicy foods. I have PCOS, so I need to take birth control for hormone therapy. I have mental disorders, so I need to take medications for them and go to therapy. Actually, I take medications for all of those conditions, so medicine for mental disorders isn't that important. The point is, there are some limitations, and I have to accept that. Another important thing to realize is that these conditions, mental or not, do not control my life, and they do not define who I am as a person. I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I'm not my illness, I'm me. So what does all this have to do with recovery? Well, it's all part of recovery, or at least for me it is. Standing up for yourself and your rights, knowing you're more than an illness, more than a diagnosis. Taking control of your life back, living your life to the fullest instead of dwelling on what you can and can't do. All parts of recovery. Recovery isn't a straight line, either. There will be relapses, there will be backsliding, there will be going through certain parts over and over again because it's an area you need to do a lot of work on. As long as you keep trying, as long as you keep progressing just a little bit, it's still recovery. I had a relapse a few months ago. That's why I went back on medications. But I've still been in recovery for 3 years. As soon as I realized I wasn't feeling as good as I could, that I needed more support, I contacted my doctor about medications and up my therapy sessions. I was still trying, even at my darkest times. And I'll keep trying. Who knows, maybe in the coming years there'll be some scientific breakthrough that will cure some of the things I deal with. But I can't count on that. I can only count on myself and my support system. I have not met a single person in recovery who does not have some kind of support system. Sometimes it's family, sometimes it's friends, sometimes it's strangers that get paid to listen and talk to you. Sometimes it's strangers who you meet and you just really understand each other. Sometimes it's a combination of the above. Just knowing that there's someone out there who believes that you can do it, that you can keep going, even when you disagree, helps tremendously. Okay, I think that wraps up this discussion. On to our vocab word, or in this case, vocab words of the week. First, psychotic. Commonly used to mean crazy or dangerous. Seriously. Actually means experiencing psychosis. Second word, psychosis. Means a mental disorder in which thought and emotions are impaired so much that one loses contact with reality. So antipsychotic medications don't make someone less dangerous. They simply take away the symptoms of psychosis, like hallucinations. This means that you are not a dangerous person if you have to take antipsychotic medications, which I have heard some people say before. Once again, crazy does not equal dangerous. Okay, that wraps up this video. As always, please leave comments, questions, and suggestions below, or message them directly to me. Like, subscribe, and share with a friend if you like what I'm doing. Help me get the positive word out there. I can't do it without your help. Okay guys, see you next time.